Greetings all, hope you're doing well. This is the unboxing of the Doors 6LP Rhino High-Fidelity box set. Now, I have already opened this because I began doing the unboxing video back on Christmas Day, but as you do with the festivities that go on around that time of year, I was not in the exact frame of mind to actually be doing a video because I couldn't speak properly. I'm going to unseal this without damaging it, which in my current state might not be the simplest task, but we will make it work. We will make this work. So, that's why the shrink wrap has already been opened. But before we look at that, I will show you this box. It came in. There's the Doors logo. That 1971. Yeah. So this came from Warner Australia. Although on the Rhino site and the Doors site it was sold out within hours, on the Warner Australia site it was still in stock for like a week or more after. So I did manage to get a copy, which is good. So obviously, please shrink. You would open that up, and then you have the box. Looks like so. It's really nice and glossy, textured snake skin or lizard skin, whatever you would like to argue, sleeve. And mine is 264 out of 3000, which is a decent number, I suppose. Doors logo, catalog number, etc. And you have the discs in here. So let's get these out. So, these 6 Doors studio albums recorded with Jim Morrison. La Primera, self-titled, actually it was released today in 1967, so it is 58 years old, which is crazy. Strange Days, released in September of 67. Waiting for the Sun, released in 1968. Soft Parade, took about a year to make, released in 1969. Not exactly always a favourite of Doors fans because of the strings and whatnot, but I enjoy it. Morrison Hotel, which unfortunately, what was it, about a week ago now, the building whereby these photos were taken, burnt down, so that's no good. Or released in 1970. And 1971, their last album with Jim Morrison, LA Woman. So, it comes with this nice OB, which has just information about the pressing itself, set list, barcode, etc. Now what is cool about these sleeves is that they do also contain the number, so 264. These are very well made, really glossy sleeves, as you can see. Now the original album did actually not have a gatefold, but this does, which is nice. Photos, and then as per usual on back sleeve. Now my only issue with this set is that these sleeves are super tight to get the disc and insert out of. Coming out isn't too bad, but putting back in is not fun. It is not fun. I was going to say something else, but I'll leave it at that. So we have the insert, which is a replica of the master tape. And then you have information inside the disc. A nice poly-sleeved inner Rhino. These don't have the original labels, they have their own Rhino one, which is fine. I would have honestly preferred the original label, but it is what it is. They're really nice and flat, very clean too, which is something you don't always get with brand new pressing. Sometimes they come absolutely filthy. So I'm very happy about these. They're very nice in that regard. Take this aside. So that's the first one. And the second, Strange Days. Again, the Obi. This also didn't originally come as a gatefold sleeve. This was the original inner with the lyrics. But yeah, it is nice. Again, very glossy, really well made. The only issue being that they are so tight. Even coming out there, man, that's tight. Like, every time you put them back in and take them out, it's little by little doing more damage to the sleeve. That's quite a blunder on their behalf. Again, master tape. Information. And the disc. Now, with mine, I do have a defect. You can see that chunk taken out of the label there. But hey, could be worse. We are after the music at the end of the day, not exactly what it looks like. So that's Strange Days. Waiting for the Sun. Obi. This did come as a gatefold sleeve originally. It was a die cut whereby the disc used to slip in behind here instead of coming out from here. And just like that, with the Celebration of the Lizard lyrics. The song was recorded during that time for the album, but was not put on the album. So tight. Oh my gosh. Terrible. Same. Very nice. All the information you could ever wish for. And the disc. I think I did not see this time around, but on the debut, because I have already taken these out of them, on the debut, there is a scratch on the run-in of mine, but hey, we'll see what that sounds like. Shouldn't be too bad. Soft Parade. I mean, even if people don't like this album, like, the title track, man, is such a bitchin' song. It's so cool. Especially the live version they do on PBS. Like, that's good shit. That's good shit. And this one has 2 inserts. We got lucky here. Far out, that's tight. So you have that, which I do think was the original insert. Also, yes, it did come with the gatefold sleeve originally. Cool. disc. Ooh, mine has a seam split in the inner here. I didn't notice that before. Oh well, no biggie. These are all so clean and so flat, which is very nice to see, very refreshing. You just know that you're going to enjoy the experience once you do pop the stylus on these. So that's that. American Hotel. Yeah, real bummer about this building being burned down, man. Photos taken by Henry Diltz, which he did an interview, I think today or yesterday, about the building, which I have yet to watch, but he's always really fun and interesting to listen to. He's been around a while, so he has plenty of stories to tell. The disc. So I have watched a few reviews about this pressing so far, and the one from whom I would trust the most, which is Mike from the In-Groove, because he knows his shit about the doors. And he said that this pressing is pretty much the superior one to date. So that's good to know. This did not originally come as a gatefold sleeve, so that's a little extra we have here. Originally it had the cellophane cutout here, where you would slide the inner in and out, which is, where is it? This one here. So it was like a clear cellophane on here, and then they would go in and out to change it to yellow. First inner. Second inner. And the disc of the last album. Very nice, very nice. Well, there you have it. The Doors 6LP Rhino High-Fidelity series box set. 1967 to 1971. All of their 6 studio albums with Jim Morrison. Very happy with this. As I say, it's really well made. The box, the sleeves, the discs, they've really put a lot of time and effort into this, and I think it's definitely worth the money. I mean, if it's going to sound as good as they say it does, for 6 albums, I paid 400 Australian. I think that's a really good price, really good. Because if you're going to try and get something that sounds as good and get an original pressing and one that's mint, you're going to be paying more for this entire set for that one album. So, yeah. As I say, my only gripe with this is the fact that the sleeves are so darned tight. Like, I get that a lot of people who do these productions, they aren't always vinyl collectors and vinyl enthusiasts, so they might not always understand the little intricacies about vinyl, and this is one of those things. Like, it's a user-friendly aspect to just be able to get it in and out without sitting there for 5 minutes, wiggling it in bit by bit. And as I say, each time you remove it and insert it again, it's going to be doing damage to the sleeve because it is so tight. But that's my only issue with this whole set so far, which is good. I think that's a good run. So yeah, as I say, I do recommend this if you can get a copy, or if you already have a copy. If you do have a copy, or if you're going to get one, I'd like to know your thoughts about how yours has turned out. What do you think of it? I have had some feedback from people who are out there saying that theirs arrived with seam splits in the sleeves and discs have been warped. So I'd like to know if you've had that issue. I didn't. I was very lucky with that. But yeah, number 264 out of 3,000. I'm also happy with that lowish number. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, that's that. Thanks for watching, and yeah, The Doors. Long live The Doors and Jim Morrison.